boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy, Harlem Eubank. Battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live, Eubank versus Uruzquieta, Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
Razaban IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to have with me a victorious Frazer Clarke. Frazer, see a cut on your head firstly. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's alright, little scratch. Not my first rodeo. Yeah, we had 3 or 4 stitches in there. Quite deep, they said. But I'm all good, yes. It's part of the game, isn't it?
We spoke earlier in the week and we said, listen, there ain't a fight week for Frazer Clarke without a change of an opponent. A lot of people thought this could be a little banana skin because of Bogdan. He's been around, he's experienced. You know he's been sparring Joshua in the past as well, but it seemed like you dealt with him quite easily there. Yeah,
I was comfortable, and let's not bullshit. He did come in late replacement. I don't know what condition he was in, but he didn't look in terrible shape. But last minute standing wasn't ideal for me, wasn't ideal for him. But I got the job done, and that's the main thing. I still, every fight is their own worst critic. I'm still a lot better than I've shown. Do you know what I mean? But let's be positive. Onwards and upwards. It wasn't Mike Tyson, but it is what it is.
Were you gutted he didn't come out back in after the round?
I was just starting to enjoy myself. Yeah, I had my range. I knew what it was about. I think I could have showed a lot more, if it came out again. But I've just seen him, and his family, bless them all. His rib is in a bad way. He's broke his rib pretty bad.
That was down to your punch power.
Yeah, it's one of them things. It's the game we're in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not I'm just a normal guy, man. But when I see him there with his wife and his kid, I'm a compassionate person. I've got kids myself, and if my son was there gutted, I just went to shake his son's hand. He was a bit sheepish. You know what I mean? But you just beat his dad up. It's not nice, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like, I know you've had a number of critics about certain fights, obviously, and not your fault, because these last-minute opponents that pull out, it's not down to you. Do you feel like you need to have one of those devastating KO performances to kind of get people to kind of just appreciate you a little bit more?
They'd be nice, wouldn't it? They're always nice, but no, do you know what it is? I do get a lot of critics, and as a lot of them will know, especially if you're on Twitter, I'm the guy that goes back at them, which everyone says. My missus, the lads, the team, you're wasting your energy, but remember, I'm a normal guy. I'm a human being. You can't talk shit about me online and think I ain't going to say nothing back. I don't see myself as a celebrity that is too good to argue with someone on Twitter. Maybe it is a waste of time, and I don't do everyone, just the odd one, when I get a bit touchy, because remember, I'm human. So if they want to see knockouts, they will come in time, but at the minute, they're just going to see my progression.
What's the plan next? When's the next fight date?
I'm gutted, I was really looking forward to boxing in Birmingham. Gutted, with all my mates, me, Ben, Boatsy, Lauren, loads of friends in Brum, loads of people from Burton, Swad. I would have took an army over there. Do you know what I mean? Would have had a right good night. But it wasn't to be with this. Never say never, but if we were realistic and sensible, then probably won't be fighting in Birmingham.
You mentioned Fabio Wardley's name a number of times this week, number of interviews. You said it on the interview.
Only when his name's mentioned to me, I'm not just jumping out at him. Do you know what I mean? Because like I said with Fabio, he's a nice guy. In another world, we would get along. No, we don't get along, but it's not Fabio Wardley. It's what he's got. That's what I want. So it's what it is.
How many more fights are you away from when you believe? Listen, as a fighter, you probably want to challenge for the world title tomorrow, but realistically, how many more fights before you think you're ready to fight for the British title? Are you
serious? I could have. If the champion is Fabio Wardley, and this is no disrespect. Well, it's gonna sound disrespectful, isn't it? I could have fought for that tonight. I could have fought for that last fight, the fight before. That's just me being realistic. I think a harder fight than Wardley would be with Solomon. I think if it's in Matchroom right now, the title is. I think Solomon, if he gets the opportunity, he'll beat Wardley.
Yeah, the reason I asked, I know I don't mean to offend it, but the reason I asked is because when I've spoken to you in the past, you said you want to take your time, you're not in a rush.
No, I'm not in a rush, but you're saying, am I ready? I'm 100% ready to be at that level. Do you know what I mean? Of course, I want to progress and improve, going through stages, of course, but I think I'm ready. Listen, I'm going to big myself up on, I'm going to believe in myself, but because when you say, are you ready, it makes me feel like I'm on the same level as them, and him, I'm better. That's it.
Just moving away from you, it was your turn tonight. It's your stablemate next week, or stablemate, your teammate, Anthony Joshua, takes on Jermaine Franklin. Huge fight, huge pressure, must win. How does it go down?
Yeah, like I said, you know, this guy's done so much for me through my career, not just from anything else than being on the end of the phone, sharing his experiences with me, winning Olympic gold for myself and all the rest of the amateurs in the country. That changed the game for us all. So, you know, I want him to come back devastating. And I think he will. Don't ask me why. And I know I say this every time AJ fights, I get interviewed and say, oh, how's he looking? Just speaking to him, I think we're going to see something good. You know, I wouldn't want to be Jermaine Franklin. I seen Jermaine Franklin on the pitch yesterday. He's small, mate. And I know that doesn't mean anything, but in the mood Anthony Joshua's going to be in, I think you could see something clinical and a lot of frustration taken out on whoever's in front of him. And with that being Jermaine Franklin, who had a life or death with Dylan, then yeah, I think it could be a bad night for him.
Okay, Frazer, any final comments to your fans who might be interested in hearing from you tonight, and obviously the support that you got out tonight as well, because there was a few cheers out there today.
Yeah, you know what? It's because at one point I thought I've always thought, you know, I'm fan friendly, but you know, boxing fans, if you're not in the right fights, they're on your case. You know what I mean? So you know, thank you for those that supported me, and for those that haven't and don't, then I'm hoping to sway you around with my performances. You hear me talking a lot, you see me on Sky a lot. That's just a future career. Remember, I'm a fighter, and I'm here to entertain.
I'm sure they'll jump on this train. Frazer Clarke, many congratulations once again. Enjoy the victory, and we'll speak to you very, very, very soon.
Anytime, brother. Thank you.
Frazer Clarke, IFL TV, thank you very much.
16, 17, win it, their guilt wins. Right, the bouncer's guilt wins.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,